Hey guys, I just wanted to take a moment and review the online Google Classroom with you guys. So that way you're aware of what is expected of you and you are ready to go for class. So this is what it looks like once you get logged in. It'll say which class you're in, whether it's Colorado Springs, Aurora, Thornton, Saturdays in Colorado Springs, or Tuesday, Thursday night class. That will be up here on the title. On the left side, you have upcoming due dates for homework and quizzes and any sort of online assignments that are posted. Right now, I'm showing you the July class, and they're on week 8. So whatever week you're on will be posted to the top of this stream. And on the stream portion right here where my mouse is, you're going to see all of the assignments and updates and announcements. So anytime we have an assignment for you guys, it'll be posted on here, and that's how you can access it. So you'll see in here, it gives you a breakdown of what week we're on. So this class is on week 8, dental specialties. That class is running August 21st through the 26th, and it tells them to review the lecture and lab video on the Google Classroom and take notes. The discussion assignment is also going to be posted under classwork up here. So you have 4 tabs up here. You have stream, classwork, people, and grades. So you should be able to, actually, I don't think you guys can see the people one. I think only the instructors can. So don't pay attention to that one. It's also going to tell you when your lab is and what time to be there. And that is when you will be in person in the classroom learning. And then it'll also let you know. So it basically goes in order. You're going to do your discussion assignment and lectures online. The next thing you'll do is your lab. And after these 2 are completed, we'll post a quiz online on here for you to get done, usually within 24 hours, because we want you to get that done before you start on the next week's lecture. And then you'll get your homework. So this is in order of how the week will go. So you'll have your online lecture time, and this is up to you. You don't have to be on this Google Classroom at a certain time. It's your responsibility to get it done before you're required to come in for labs. So you guys will be self-paced online learning. You'll review your lecture. You'll go ahead and complete your discussion assignments. And then after that, you'll come in for the lab. Then you'll have a quiz. Then you'll have homework. Your homework, part of it will be reading these chapters and reviewing them at home. So it'll be after the lab. You'll notice in here there's a couple other posts whenever any of our instructors post something, or even if a student posts something because they have a question. So you'll be able to see this during the entire class. So here's week 7, and then you'll see where Laura posted the week 7 online discussions and homework. And then this is just a reminder of our code of conduct before we took midterms. Any announcements that need to happen will more than likely be on here. Here's a job opportunity that we posted August 10th. This is the review for the midterm for Kahoots. You guys are more than welcome to comment on any of these posts if you have questions. Let's say you have a question about the midterm, you could comment here. So it goes on, so on and so forth. It's the same. Week 5, you see the same thing. All right, we're going to go back up to the top, and then I want to show you the classwork tab. The classwork tab is where you're going to see everything you need to for the entire course. So you'll have all of your handouts in here, all the handouts that you need for the course, the glossary, all of your instruments and materials, they're labeled for you. Everything you need, internship forms, lab sheets. You guys will be filling these out every week and turning them in at the end of the class. Patient chart abbreviations. So this is all of the handouts. All right. This is what your course schedule will look like, and we'll look at that in just a minute. If we scroll down, you'll see here all of the Kahoots, and we use that for studying for you guys. It is not required. You will not get a grade for it, but it is just an extra resource that you can use. Considering this is a 10-week accelerated class, you're going to need all the resources you can get your hands on. So please use your time wisely during the week. Make yourself a schedule so that way you know what time you will be responsible to log on and get your work done. A lot of times we see students start to fail or their grades start to really suffer when they're not making themselves a schedule and they're not holding themselves accountable. And usually it ends up they're like, oh, well, I planned to do it Tuesday, but I didn't have time. So if I were you, I would put it in your calendar on your phone so it reminds you, hey, it's time to study, stop what you're doing and log on. You also have extra resources here of videos and study tips throughout the course. And then this is what it looks like when you see your discussion questions. These are the online discussion questions for your assignments. So during the week, when you saw that area that said discussion assignment, you'll have 3 questions for each week. And they'll pop up as the weeks go. So on week 1, you'll only see week 1. That way you don't have to go searching for it. On week 2, you'll only see week 2. On mine, I can see all of them because I'm an instructor on here, but when you log on, you'll only see 1 week at a time, so that will make it a lot easier for you. But you'll click on that assignment and open it up. So you're going to click on view the question. This will open it up for you, and then you'll be able to complete it. There'll be a portion right here that says to complete it. Mine looks a little different since I'm not a student. But we do have another video that shows you how to look at your grades and how to answer and complete these. And it's a different login than this one. So it'll look a little different, but it'll have a little button here where you can complete the assignment. And if you need help, you can reach out to the instructor email right here, or you can just call the admissions office, or again, you can comment. You can comment on here real quick and say, hey guys, I need help. I don't know what I'm doing. So you'll have 3 questions for each week. And when you guys complete these discussions, you'll notice that when you post your question, you'll also be asked to post on 2 other students. So it says, in addition to your answer, you're required to participate with at least 2 other students' posts. So the whole point of this is to get a really good discussion going about the lecture that you're learning that week. Do not wait until Friday to do these. I guarantee you're not going to get your money's worth out of this course if you continue to wait until the last minute to get your assignments done. So again, make sure you schedule that time for yourself. If we notice that you haven't turned it in, we usually will send it back to you for half credit, at which point, if it goes too long, you won't get credit for the assignment at all. And you really want all the points you can get in this class, especially since it goes by so quickly. There's not any makeup days for labs or anything like that. So your commitment to the next 10 weeks for yourself and of course for this hands-on portion is going to be really important. So this is what the weekly discussion posts look like. You also have homework in here. And again, these will only post as we go. You won't see all of them at once. So you'll see week 1 when it's week 1, week 2. So you'll come in here, open it up, get started on your homework. It is a Google form. So I would really suggest that you do this on your laptop or tablet or desktop. I wouldn't do it on your phone because once you get into these Google Forms, if you get a phone call or a text, it'll kick you out and it won't save where you were. You'll have to go back in and answer all the questions again. Nobody wants to do that. So make sure you do these homework assignments and your quizzes either on a desktop or a laptop. So you'll have 8 of each. And then your other discussion questions are here. And then these are your lecture and lab videos. So these will also be posted on the weeks that follow. So it won't all be at once. It will be one at a time. So when you see in the stream right here and it says August 21st through the 26th, obviously yours will be a different date, but it asks you to review your lecture and lab. You're going to go to classwork. You're going to find the lecture and lab section, which is on this one at the top. You'll open up that week's lecture, and then you can see all the lectures and the videos. So you have 2 lectures in this one. Usually you only have 1. But on this one, you have infection control and OSHA, which is really important. And then you have your week 1 lecture, which is Intro to Dentistry. And then you have several different videos on here of how to complete these labs. So the nice thing about it is you're going to watch a video before you even come in to the hands-on portion. So this is the awesome part about it. Before you go into the office and you guys start working hands-on, you're going to see how we do things. So that way it's not your first time seeing it when you get into the lab. You'll be like, oh, that's right. I did see this RIN before. This is how you set it up for x-rays, or at least you'll have a really good idea of it after watching these videos. And every single one of our lectures has the lecture video in it, and it'll say week 2 lecture or week 1 lecture, whatever week it is. So you know which one you need to focus on. And then you'll have all of your lab videos in there as well. So you have everything you need to be successful in one spot. You don't have to worry about trying to log on to the student portal or getting any other logins. It's all going to be in one place for you on this Google platform. So these tutorials you can either sit down and watch and take notes on, or you can listen to them. If you want to log into this Google Classroom on your phone and listen to it while you're cleaning, while you're driving, just, whatever you have going on, however you learn best is what we want you to focus on. It would be really great if you could take notes because there are pictures on these slides and all of the information that you need for the lecture. So if maybe the first time you want to sit down and take notes and watch it, that would be great. And then the second time, just listen to it. It's nice that you guys have the ability to listen to these lectures more than once because that gives you time to come back. And a lot of times you'll identify something that you didn't the first time because it is a lot of information. And it's almost like a foreign language, right? A lot of these terms you guys have never heard before if you have never worked in dentistry. So you're learning new language and you're learning new ways to do things. So it is really beneficial for you to come in and listen to it a second or third time before you come into your lab. So I would utilize these tools that you have as much as possible. So everything you need for this class will be under the classwork tab. All of your assignments. If for some reason you don't receive your quiz on here, which would be strange because it's only posted to one spot, I would suggest in your calendar to give yourself a reminder to check it every Monday, at least at a minimum, because that's usually when we post your assignments for your week, for the quiz, and for the homework. Not only does it have it here for you, but if you link this to your Google Calendar, which most of us have, then it'll pop up in there automatically. So this Google Classroom will sync with your own Google Calendar, and you'll be able to see all of your assignments in here. Your homework, they're asking for names on the graduation certificates to make sure that we have them spelled correctly. Everything you need is in this one login. So it does make things a lot easier as a student to just have one login and see where you're at. I would show you the grade tab, but this is a live class and I don't think they would appreciate me sharing their grades with you, but you are able to see your own grades on here to see where you are, which part was graded, which part is missing on your quiz or your homework. If you're ever unsure where you stand in the class, you can always log on and look. Or if you'd like, you can, you're more than welcome to just get a hold of us and we can review your grades with you. I did want to show you the course schedule really quick. So it'll always be under handouts in your classwork. All of your documents are going to be in here. So this has all the information you need to get a hold of any instructor at any location. It also has their names. So if you were asking for a referral or you weren't sure who your instructor is, it is always going to be on here, posted for your course schedule. This also reviews our dress code. So you are expected to show up in the scrubs that we provide for you, closed-toed shoes, so no Crocs with holes in them, no open-toe shoes, no flip-flops, nothing like that. Your hair does need to be up and out of your face. We don't want you in a situation where you have dirty gloves on and you're trying to move your hair out of your face. Yuck, right? That's not what we want to happen because you're still getting used to not touching things with gloves on. So we want to make sure to set you up for success. Your nails are expected to be short because you are wearing gloves. And the last thing we want is to take a risk of popping one of those gloves. We'll review infection control and infectious diseases in OSHA and why it's so important to keep your nails short. We'll also review appropriate PPE and when to wear it, when to dispose of it, and how to do all of that. In your labs, you are required to participate. So that means you're required to do the hands-on practical portion of your labs. And we do ask that you guys show up at least 10 minutes early. So that way, if there's anything we need to review before we get started on the lab, we have time to do so. Your homework and quizzes will all be posted online, which we already reviewed. You are going to be utilizing your Google Classroom. And then your lecture and lab videos we went over as well. If you guys have any questions about these, please let us know. When you scroll down through this course schedule, you'll also see our grading and assignments. So this tells you how much your quiz is worth, how much your Google Online Classroom discussion board is worth, your midterm radiology and final exam. And then this reviews your course schedule. So week 1 is going to be Intro to Dentistry and Infection Control. And then of course, it'll tell you everything you need to know here for that week. And this is exactly what we post on the stream for the Google Classroom. So we just copy and paste it. So you already have the entire class in here. So if for some reason you're unsure about a date or you aren't sure what's coming up next, you don't have to wait for us to post it. It is all here for the entire 10-week course for your course schedule. We are on schedule to graduate within 10 weeks. There have been instances where we've had to make an adjustment because of weather or if someone was really sick and, our instructors for some reason couldn't teach the class that Saturday. It doesn't happen too often, but every now and then we will reschedule a class. If we do that, we will get a hold of you through email, text, and phone call until we reach you, just to let you know that that class will be rescheduled. On week 10, you guys will be taking your final exam. You will also graduate that day. So we'll collect your textbooks and have you sign off on all of your lab sheets. The lab sheets are important for you guys because that's telling us you're comfortable signing off on this skill. By no means do I ever want you to sign your lab sheet if you're not ready to perform that skill. So make sure that when you come into class each week, we repeat labs the entire class. So even though on week 8, we'll be reviewing dental specialties, if you need to take x-rays on this day, you're more than welcome to. So once you complete the week 8 lab, you'll usually have more than enough time to go back and polish, go back and take more x-rays, finish your impressions in your bleach trays. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, I missed dental specialties and I'll never see it again. We do repeat the lab because we want you guys to get the best skill set that you possibly can. So to gain that, you need to repeat these skills over and over again. So this lab sheet that we're talking about here, you'll be completing only when you're comfortable with that skill set. So if you're like, hey, I've already polished, 3 different partners on here and I'm comfortable now, then you can go ahead and sign off on that section of your lab sheet. If you're not, then you need to practice some more. And we really hold you guys accountable to go ahead and advocate for yourself when it comes to those skills. So if you want to do it again, you need to let us know. Otherwise, for week 8, we're going to be set up for dental specialties, right? So once you get that completed, that's when you would want to let us know, hey, can we go ahead and, set back up for restorative or practice polishing? That's when you want to ask for more help. We don't know what you don't know. So if you're struggling with something, please don't wait until the midterm or the final exam to reach out. Each week is going to go by so fast in this class. So it's really important that you guys reach out to us and stay in communication if you need help. Our course catalog is in here as well if you'd like to read all the nitty-gritty details about this class. Our code of conduct is in here, and this is also something you sign when you enroll, which just reviews the basic rules of, respect and communication that we ask of our instructors and also our students as a team. All of your instruments and materials will be listed in here. We do offer an internship while you're in our class. You don't get paid for it. The minimum hours to complete are 40. It does not have to be consecutive. You can do it over as many weeks as you need to. And if you have any questions, we're more than happy to review this with you. We do talk to you about it in class when you come in for the lab, and then right before we get you guys signed up for it. So I just wanted to review these things with you and make sure that you understand where your assignments are posted, all of your handouts, lecture and lab videos. And then of course on the stream, again, this is your classroom. So you guys are welcome to add comments in here anytime you'd like, if you need help. If you don't want to comment on here and you just want to email your instructor, you're also welcome to do that. I hope that this has been beneficial for you guys, and we can't wait to see you in class. We absolutely love what we do. Dentistry is so much fun. So we look forward to working with you guys, and if you need anything, just let us know.